Peace to the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast. Peace to the gang, and welcome back to Quit the Cat Podcast.
Yes,
it's your boy BP, alongside the Bishop and PosiTiff.
Yes.
Back for a brand new episode. What's going on, gang? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm good.
Good?
Yeah,
You alright? You
I'm
good?
Yeah, I'm great.
I'm good. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm not going to let the technical difficulties bring me down.
They try to get you. But it won't get us today, ladies and gentlemen.
No, not today.
And PosiTiff, how we feeling
I
today?
am feeling thankful.
There we go. That's good.
Back with the gang.
With the gang, we back in the building.
How are you?
I'm seeking.
Seeking. I like
Seeking, yes.
Seeking.
Knocking, you shall find.
Yes, sir.
Seeking, you shall
Ooh.
find.
Yes, you shall find if
What
you
you
seek it.
seeking,
You will
But
find
the
it.
thing about seeking, you got to make sure you really want it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
What I like about that stuff is what I think people, when you looking for things or you expecting or you are trying to grow, you don't get to choose how that
You don't
growth
get no
comes.
choice in none of that.
You don't.
You
get
just
to
gotta
choose.
go with it. And you gonna take the lumps too that come with trying to seek and learn.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, you might get beat up a little bit.
You know what that makes it weird, because that's the power. I'm about to say the positive stuff. That's the power of your words.
Right.
Hello.
We
y'all
try to say, okay, words mean something in this aspect, and then over here it don't.
It don't.
You know,
Nah.
like, that's why when I hear about like rappers getting slain and that's all they talked about, I'll be like, oh.
That's what he's spoken
Yeah.
upon himself.
Didn't
Yeah.
it go with the
So-
territory?
Yeah, yeah.
He
Like,
sold it. He
So
sold it.
I think in my age, I'm coming to the point where I see things, and we seen it repeatedly.
Mhm.
How did you not know that was the outcome?
Right.
You know.
You know.
So I'll be like, what energy should I get? Like, such and such guy. I'll be like,
Yeah, that's the energy
Right.
they put out there.
you
That's
know,
all they talked about was
Right.
negativity.
So,
So
it,
We're gonna talk positive stuff.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. We're talking about seek and you shall find.
Mhm.
Good segue. So, a couple weeks ago, somebody sought and found.
Oh, God.
Sought and found.
I saw it in fact.
Seek and you shall find.
and they found
And
it.
they found it.
Man.
They found this
They
Cassie
found it. Man.
and Diddy video.
Mm.
So you saw the video.
Yeah, we seen it.
Yeah, seek and you shall find. And again, like you said, stuff you put out in the universe.
Yes.
So we had Sean P. Diddy Combs, who was adamant.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't do nothing.
I never
This,
did
this,
nothing.
and I ain't do nothing.
I stand
Somebody
on it.
trying to standing on it. Never told you that we won't stop. All of that stuff. So somebody seek and you shall find. Yeah, I got jokes today. See, it's not you today. It's me.
Yo, you
yeah,
started
2 weeks.
off.
2 weeks. But
Oh my goodness.
this goes to show. Then he did this sorry ass apology video. I was in a bad space.
I was fucked up.
I was in a bad space.
I was hurting down bad. She was
Yes.
really in that dark spot.
Yes. So let's talk about. Let me ask you, both men. So let's talk about accountability and responsibility. Like, in your subconscious, like you said, what do you think? Like, if you put something out there, you put it out there. What
Right.
do you expect?
Yeah.
Right.
So subconsciously, would you have known you did that?
Ain't no subconscious me to that one.
Listen.
Like,
knew he did that.
subconsciously, do you remember the last
Yeah.
time you kicked a woman and now
That
you
probably wasn't even the last time.
but I mean, like, do
Yeah,
you like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I never did anything
never.
like this. Like, do you
I'm
remember?
not that type of person.
Yeah, do you remember? Would you remember
Yeah,
something
I
like
remember.
that?
I would remember. I would remember.
I would have remembered before that video came out
Hello.
to shut my mouth and be like,
Hello.
listen, I love Cassie, man. I don't know what happened. I miss you, girl. Come back home.
No,
And left it alone.
No.
I would.
You wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have said anything.
No.
Yeah. So like subconsciously, like, the stuff that you do.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't understand, like, trying to, I'm innocent.
Lie about it.
Yes,
I think
Yeah,
like
lying about it. Yes.
you end up vindicating
That's when I
yourself
feel like
because
that's where power corrupts good
Mhm.
judgment comes in.
yes,
Like, you're so powerful, you're so nonchalant to life and what the the pitfalls. You know, I truly believe that when you're up there and you got millions and you got things coming in and admiration and people siding with you, even people around you that know you that way and they still been around you, that makes you kind of, because like if people were leaving you in your life from your bad habits and like breaking off from you, I think you would feel a little bit. But when you see that people's going to stay around, especially for financial gain, whatever, like there's people that allow you to walk on them. As long as you giving me something,
gonna get paid.
They hang with artists and like to be that what they call that person that they have with them that they crack jokes on, and then they mess with that person and that person hangs along and he just gets the blunt of all the jokes and he's the crack on person, carry this bag. And people stick around for that type of stuff. So I feel like when you got all these people around you for what they can get from you and not who you are, I think that blinds your judgment a little bit. I think how could it not? You know, how could it not? Everybody around me wants something, so I'm gonna treat them like this. This is my world. Since y'all all want something, I'm gonna talk to you like this. Where you gonna go? Where you gonna, you know? And that's the attitude that I can see
people having. Yeah. Because I ain't even gonna lie. I had the thought this morning that said, if I have more money, then people need me, and I don't need them. It's sad. It's a sad thought, but it's not sad because where I was thinking wasn't nothing negative. Right. It was just along the lines of like, if you up, then you not the needy one. Yeah. When you see the dude sitting on the corner, somebody sitting there, they need somebody to come through and help them out. Right. I don't want to be in that position of having to be needy, but I agree with what you're saying. Because people may need you, if you're the person with a negative or a distasteful heart, you're gonna be things. Like, well, he need me, punk ass. You gonna do it? You know what I mean? And I think that's why in that situation,
money doesn't change a person. It just intensifies who you already are. Right. You know, so I feel like that's who he is.
It is who he is.
And listen, you know what's crazy? And you, here we go. You know, if you are who you are, that's okay. Right. You know, and we've said this in the past. Right. Like if that's you and that's the stuff you into, you know, as long as you ain't hurting nobody else. Yeah. As long as, you know, if you into some kinky stuff, be into your kinky stuff. Thing, Like, we're not going to judge you. But again, as humans, there's something about being honest and being upfront. When you tell me who you are, I don't feel deceived. I don't feel like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like you lied to me. Like, that takes the sting out of stuff, and people don't understand it. And we said this, and you can be whatever you want to be. Right. Just do not lie about it.
That's the biggest thing. Yeah.
Who you are.
That's the biggest thing. Like, it's I ain't gonna lie. I was a Bad Boy fan since like
I was hurt
way back in the day. So like I was hurt. It bothered me. I was like, damn, Puff. Like,
I feel like we took an L.
We definitely took an L. I feel like we took a huge L because I was like maybe jokes. Puff himself, but I love Bad Boy. I was Bad Boy. Take that, dancing, all that.
Yeah, I like Puff.
I like Puff. Anytime the music coming on, it's going up. We know that. Mm-hmm. And so to see that, I was like, oh no. That's crazy, bro. And my lady had said something. She was like, they didn't have to show that. And I was like, I felt they did.
They did need to show it.
And the reason I felt that is because, like, I feel like I hang around stand-up individuals. Dudes that's not going to do that to their woman. I ain't going to do that to my woman. We might disagree, whatever. I ain't never...
Right.
That too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because listen, I might win that one. Right. But you got to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah, so you got to go to sleep.
And I ain't with it.
Because Puffy with the mohawk. Yeah. Y'all remember Puffy with the mohawk. Yeah. He'd have been asleep.
Yeah. He'd have been asleep.
Cracked his. Yeah.
So it was tough seeing that. But I was like, listen, he got to go. Mm-hmm. He got to go. Because that's not acceptable.
And it's a culture thing. Yeah. You know, like, it doesn't... I feel as though when the apology was more or less about you
was trying to save face.
You, right?
You were trying to save face.
You were trying to, like, and it doesn't, it disgraces the legacy.
It does,
you know, horribly. And what it does for the culture. Mm-hmm. So, because Bad Boy is a culture, Bad Boy is like you said, we party.
Yes.
You know,
a huge part of the culture.
So, another question. So, then, how do we, as a culture, adjust to stuff like this? Because do we cancel? Like, I can tell you, like, R. Kelly, I haven't listened to You know what I mean? Like,
I have too,
and that's
like,
okay. Yeah, and that's
have
okay. It's different.
I definitely don't
now.
agree with what he did.
Right.
What he did, but
Right.
I still listen to his
See,
music.
that's why it's hard for me. Like that's why I said, like, for me, it's L's tooken, because, like, to me, R. Kelly was the king of R&B.
Right.
Have we? Like, I know people's sexual fantasies and certain things, and I was one of those biased people that was like, I'm not going front, that was like, why don't they just leave? This man's touring the city.
Right.
Y'all sitting there waiting
for
somebody to come back and tour. So, like, that became the problem to me, not just him alone, but the fact that you would sit in empty homes and wait for somebody to come back and mistreat you.
Right.
Like, your mom and your dad and your family are looking for you, and you're not even kidnapped. Like, you can leave. Like, I read transcripts where he told them to leave, and they were showing back up with their bags. Like, life is not real out there. Like, so it's sad for us as a people. I think, like the culture part you said, we have to stop taking things as a joke.
Right.
We have to stop playing. Like the video that surfaced of the young lady that was saying LeBron was with Puffy.
Yeah.
Cause, like, LeBron, so I don't know if you've seen that video. LeBron unfollowed Puffy, so supposedly. Then there was a female that popped up with this video that got thousands and thousands of views, saying that she was kidnapped in the sex trade by LeBron James and his people that work with Puppet. Like, but this is the thing, like, when tragedies and things are going forth like this, and you do or you are influential, you cannot, like, I hate us.
But even,
listen, I'm with you though.
In influential, understand this too. You're influential. I'm influential.
Yes, right.
Like as Quit the Cat podcast,
yes.
Like, we're influential,
Yes.
so we all have a responsibility, even like in our own space.
right.
So imagine again their level of responsibility.
Yes.
Like, really, some
Yes.
things you really just have to denounce.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You have to denounce.
You have to
Yes.
denounce and remove
Yes.
yourself, no matter what anybody
Yeah.
thinks. Because I had somebody ask me, because I still listen to Chris Brown,
Yeah.
and people be like, you're the survivor of domestic violence, because this young man took responsibility from the time that it happened. And when you take responsibility from the time that it happened, it's different.
Yeah, and they both were toxic.
It's different, right? And then you have Rihanna, right?
Yeah,
and you have you literally had Rihanna who said, and again, they were young.
Yeah, she said I attacked him.
So. But it's like,
but I knew that culture, immediately. I said, bro,
and you know how
she whooped his ass,
and you know how we can, be as women. Tell your daughters to keep their hands to themselves.
Yes,
I just feel like we have to.
Tell your daughters to keep their hands
everything's
to themselves.
not funny.
Everything's
I promise
not funny.
you, it's not. Everything is not funny, and I'm tired. We just make jokes to hide from the pain. No, that's not. We
have the real conversation.
It's getting ignorant out here.
Yes. Just endure the pain for a little bit and have a conversation.
So, do you think we as a people we have embraced
ignorance?
Okay. All right. So
Yes, you said it. Like, we can be so ignorant. Because, like, we can be so ignorant.
So and I am a firm believer, because I can take you to where we have been. This has been programmed into us. We have been. We take things from being called niggers. We take all these different things. From being known as being illiterate, being known as being
criminal.
And we show that we're not. Our light shines bright. I don't care what nobody says. When they see our magic, them Negroes is magical.
They doing it.
Hello.
We are
magical.
That. Yes. So I just feel for us.
You said we play too much.
Yeah, we play.
Because
you said too much.
Even with the Puffy situation, that shit turned into a meme. Like, people was putting old Jordans up and talking about, I was fucked up when I had these. Like, it's a joke now. Nobody's talking about the fact that Puff really did what he and the fact that we seen this. How much didn't we see? How much more is out there that he really did do? Yeah. That we kind of just like, Puff, I wore these J's. I don't know what's up with these Fusion Air Force Ones. Like, it's just a joke now. It's not no real.
Sometimes, and because we always talk, it exposes something about us.
Yeah.
It makes you question, like, it would really make me question, have I stood on business
Like he need to go to jail. I be feeling like some people need to go to jail.
Some people do need to go to jail.
You need to go feel what it's like in that box.
But he still ain't gonna feel what it's like.
He's not.
He's gonna get a very sugar-coated experience of what prison life is.
I be feeling like that.
But even with that, all right. So we got on Puff, but even during the Kendrick Drake battle, Kendrick called Drake a pedophile.
But that wasn't true.
But
that came out that wasn't true.
But at the same time, we know as black men, and this is my thing with that.
Why would you do that?
We don't ever. You could call me a snitch, a bitch, a hoe, a slut, a punk ass nigga, whatever. You can call me a lot of disrespectful things. If you call me a pedophile, hey, it's a wrap. We got to go all the way to hell and back because that's a serious offense to call someone.
Yeah.
And like we laughed. I mean, it's a song, and we like, oh, you probably a minor, haha. But it's like, yo, it's like even if. Why would you call this man that if it wasn't real?
But what does it say about him even saying it? Like you just said.
Yeah, like
that's just, I understand it's
as
a
diss culture,
track.
what are we doing? Like, okay, you beat your wife, you beat up Cassie, you're a pedophile. And this is all stuff we just slinging at each other like it's normal conversation. We would never be like, bro, you pedophile. We call each other the F word, you know what I mean? Back in the day.
You called a pedophile,
listen,
we all got kids, and you can't be around us if you got kids.
That.
I'm not hanging with no pedophile.
You can't. Listen, well, how many times back in the day, and sorry, no offense to the LGBT community, but we'd be like, you faggot. We call people faggots all day, every day back as kids. You ain't never get called a pedophile. Because you know you want to be a faggot, not a pedophile.
I'd rather be a pedophile. Oh, sorry.
No.
You know,
all right, switch, but at the same time. God,
he did not say that.
No, he didn't. He didn't say that.
Well, you rather be a faggot?
No, hell no, I don't want to be either.
Rather be called.
Yeah, listen.
Oh my God.
Call me a faggot though. Don't call me a pedophile.
Rather be called the name, not rather be.
Listen, call me a snitch. Don't call me a pedophile. But yeah, so with that, like, but we are just joking about it. It's just like,
see, we play too much.
That's what we do.
But we need to out. But you do. You need that. You need the outlet. You need to. Yeah, you need to take the heaviness.
But it's also like we joke about it. But nobody. I haven't heard anybody really speak about any of these situations as far as it pertains to like black culture. Like, there's a lot of dudes probably out here doing the same thing.
But I was gonna say because if you think about it, and like you said, the history of us. You think about it. How many, literally, because we've come to a place currently in society where we've really started putting labels on stuff where we didn't put labels on stuff before. When I spoke at Bowie State last weekend and we were talking about the Gen Zers. The Gen Zers is going to call something what it is. Yeah. You know what I mean? And everybody's a narcissist. Like language we didn't hear before that defines stuff. So when you say a pedophile, the Gen Zers is
everybody's a narcissist.
Yeah, that's the word.
You like yourself? You a narcissist.
But the Gen Zers, they're gonna call it what it is. So now we're at a point where certain things that we look at, like if you say a pedophile, well, literally, Papa was dating Grandma back in the day, and he was, you know what I mean.
Papa was my like 20-something,
right? My uncle was dating such and such, you know what I mean. My aunt was dating so. Wow, Papa's a pedophile. Like per the definition of the word
in our culture. Yeah, it's a lot.
So certain things, we steer clear from because when you think about it, we've upheld it for so long historically because
that's real. Because like you said, Pop Unc was running around here touching on the little girls.
No, I mean dating.
They was dating and touching on everybody.
I mean literally dating like dating underage. Yeah. But literally that's being.
I remember going to the prom. It was like a 27-year-old at the prom. Like, dude, what is you doing?
Right.
Here?
Literally.
You was a nut.
A pedophile.
You out here with grown women.
Right.
You out here, you at the school, you was a clown, cuz. I'm like, I wanted to be with the grown women. I didn't want to be with the high school girls. But he was with the grown women. He wanted to be with the high school girls.
Yeah, that's
Send
weird.
him to the clinker. Anyway.
I mean, that's why I don't know, because it was like that. I remember, not to put names out, a couple old heads was taking young girls to the prom when I was coming up. They had the cars and they was taking them. So
Yeah.
You know,
They could afford them.
I remember I was like, wait, you going to prom with who? You going to prom with who? I remember all the plugs was going to the prom with the young girls. I was like, damn, man.
So here again,
all of
as a community.
Yeah, like
exactly.
So that's
they turned a blind eye for too long.
It is.
We absolutely have.
I just think of like being a man, right? And you know, not knowing, and I like, cause I think about it before I judge, because it was a difference. Cause I could be like, when I was young, 20, me and my son's mom, we would fight. And we would fight. Like, it wasn't me abusing her because she didn't put something away or she didn't do what I say.
Right.
No, we were fighting because we would fight. Like, she would crack me. Like I was always, like, I'd never been, and maybe it's my personality. I thought about that. Like, I'd never, any of the women that I, like my children's mother, that's who I'm claiming. Like, I'd never been around the type of women that would allow that type of abuse, so to say.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where either if they were just as abusive. From us just being young and not knowing. Like, I could be doing something, next, you know, I'm getting smacked with an iron or something. Not with an iron, but I'm just being, you know what I mean? But and we'd be fighting. Like, it'd be like nothing where I would hurt her. I'm sitting there trying to leave them. But no, I'm going to protect myself because you're not going to be doing nothing to me. And I looked at it like, it's a difference of controlling abuse when you don't know better. Like, I knew where my mom said, if it's that type of confrontation and she's attacking you or being, cause I'm gonna defend myself regardless, but you got to get away from that. You know what I mean? So when I see, like, it's a situation where you think you're gonna run up and get in my face, just go ahead and back down. We're not gonna do that. Don't put your hands on me because you're going to jail. Now this is where I know I'm at now and how life is at 20. I didn't know no better. But me now.
But also having
on me, you going to jail because I know that's where they will send me.
But also having those conversations with young people to explain the difference.
Yes.
To explain the difference. You know, you should not, because young and dumb is different than domestic violence. But like I said, you know, there's these definitions and stuff, and they will say, oh, well, that was abuse. Literally, it may have been, but not how we're defining it. We're defining it as trying to have control over somebody. But those conversations need to be had with young people because there's young people out here who are in domestic violence relationships in high school, but then it's dumb and young. You know what I mean? Like, keep your hands to yourself, and there's a difference.
Some young girls, they're gonna mop you.
And that's not okay.
Because I seen some jump out and start popping, and I'm like, okay. Now if he, you know, you see,
and if he hits you back again, don't
you
be
see some that'll walk away. They know better. Like you see some young guys walking away. You know, and you'll see the woman, she's acting. But I look at it like that's still a part of her culture. That's you grew up seeing your mom fighting her boyfriends. You grew up seeing your dad fighting your mom or fighting this. Like, and you become accustomed to thinking that
that's normal.
It's normal.
Yeah.
Or when they little, oh, he hit you because he likes you. She hit you because... Stop telling kids that. Because you hit me. Oh, he hit you because he likes you.
But people will take that too and be like...
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like, why are you hitting me?
Because I like you.
Because I like, man, if you don't...
Because again, that's what we told them.
That is something that has been passed that you think that it's okay.
It's okay. It's acceptable.
Like, we're so far from the mark. I feel like we're still warming up, getting ready to run the race.
Yeah, it's not
going
to be in our lifetime.
The race started how long ago? We out here like, I'm telling you, brother.
We still stretching.
Come on, sis.
We still stretching.
Black we're not. I feel like we're not going to see it, but we're going to be responsible for what we can impact while we're here. Just like, again, women. Bitch, that's not a term of endearment. And please do not get upset when I correct you for calling me that. Because I don't do that in my circle. Like, you don't get to, whatever you do in your circle, that's fine. You don't get to put that on me. And don't be upset. Like, I feel as though as a culture, when we correct people on how they treat us, you know what I mean, and how they talk to us, they get offended because they're not used to being corrected. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to correct you so that you don't make that mistake again. Don't get mad because I did correct you.
And that's normally how they defend. That's
the defense mechanism.
The defense mechanism is like, I get mad, so nobody wants to tell me that I'm messing up. So, and now somebody tell you messing up, and you like, it's like,
mad.
You ain't even get mad. You just be like, nah, don't disrespect me like that. Now it's like, They approach me with sense. I don't know what to do. So they be about to explode because they don't know how to handle that.
So what just happened with our oh gosh, I can't even think of built body, all that stuff.
Oh, they was busting on each other.
Yeah, is that what it was? But yeah.
Body?
Oh my gosh.
Bad built butch body.
Bad built butch body.
That's what they were saying in Congress.
Yeah, in Congress. You didn't see that yet. No. Oh, we're gonna have to find that for you. So here you have, and that wasn't even black and white. That was this white woman said something about her lashes.
Oh yeah.
She said, I think your lashes is getting in the way.
Yeah, she said, I think your lashes are getting in the way. So her response was, now if I said bad, blonde, yada, yada, yada. So now all you did was she came at you and you said what you said. Now everybody want to be mad?
Yeah.
You can't talk to us any kind of way, and don't feel right, and don't feel as though because you said something about my lashes getting in the way. Okay, that's what I do.
Yeah.
So now that I corrected you and how I corrected you, don't be upset.
Yeah,
you don't like it.
Yeah, bad built butch body.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, don't be upset. Like you don't get to do that. You don't get to be upset when I correct you for how you treat me.
Yeah. That's why I say leave people alone. I'm a firm believer of leave people alone. Because you never know what the response might be.
Right.
You don't know how these people feeling. So I let people go ahead. You live your life, player.
Yeah. Like you said, we play too much.
Yeah,
and then you think you could play with everybody.
Yeah,
then you meet somebody that don't play.
Yeah.
And they're like you said, I'm not used to this.
Yeah,
They didn't correct me. Yes.
It's L's.
But yeah, it is all L's in our community, and I think we've talked about it before. It's just sad, man, because I know three of us, along with many others, go out to strive every day to put us on and make us look good and make us look presentable and say, hey, we out here representing to show you that everything that they told you is a lie, and here comes some nut ass dude.
You're like,
female. It's like, no, it's not. Gotcha, nigga.
Shucking and jiving. You don't sit your Uncle Tom ass down. Uncle Tom ass down.
But I think it's because we are fed it every day through some type of outlet. We are fed that this is okay. This is our normal.
Yeah,
this is because even when I had happened to jump on when Puff had got on and started to go live. So I had clicked
the apology.
I don't normally click on there. So first, as he was talking and trying to fumble the words, and I was like, he should have had somebody. You got to at least go back and clean up. You just can't go. You have to go back and be a little bit more detailed. But what got me was the women. He wasn't saying anything, and
they forgave you. They forgave you.
I understand. It be like that sometimes.
It don't be like that.
It be like I just be bothered because
it be like what?
It be like I'm gonna run down the hallway in a towel, yank you by the back of your head.
I do. I
to the ground and step on you.
I feel like I do. I watch from all types of eyes. I watch from married man eyes. I watch from single man eyes. I watch from father eyes. I watch from so many eyes. And I look at this thing of relationships and protection, and even if because they'll try to say, well, women's not letting men run the household or not letting them. Nah, it's not that. I feel that when we come in and know what we doing, know what we want, we set the foundation. This is what this is. This is how we gonna lead. This is how we gonna rock. This is what we gonna do. Women to give you the keys.
Yeah.
Women to give you the keys.
I agree.
You know. And this thing where I just want, like my son, he's a nice guy, and I don't want them to feel like nice guys never win. You got to treat women like this.
Right.
And I look at it like my son didn't see that, but this is what society is making him think is the way you got to treat a woman in order to get the type of woman. Like, bro, it's not like that. Like,
that's the crazy part.
But this is the narrative. He turns 26 Monday, but this is the narrative that he picks up. Like,
shout out to Gemini.
Like,
I'm like 7's turning 26.
Oh, nah, my oldest.
No, but it was funny. I was like, what?
So
that was crazy.
It's weird because he's like, Dad, nice guys don't win. Like, if you offer to do things like it.
And they do.
They
They think that. Yeah, they think that.
But it's like you gotta.
But don't lower your expectations.
Because it's good women that feel the same way.
They
and
just gotta find each other.
I'm like, y'all just are missing. And you know, and the messed up thing is, what I normally see is like, the nice dude never seems to find a nice girl because he's too scared to say something. But the jackass is gonna be like, "What's up, ma? What's good?" And she gonna be like, "Okay, this works." Like, and then it just goes all back. So they just miss each other. Like, they there for each other. You know what I mean? Because I hear dudes like, "Ain't no good." I'm like, bro, you crazy as hell. I'm like, bro, if I didn't have a girl, I'd have 10 good women.
Yeah, I don't
know what to tell you. I'd have 10.
I can point them out.
You know what I'm saying?
Guys say, I feel like guys. Like,
I have one now, but I mean,
women, I agree.
Y'all got it rough.
Women, I do.
These niggas can't read.
I do. I feel bad. I feel bad.
They don't use body. They don't
being
use soap.
Being a man, I do feel bad. Like
for women.
Yes, being in prisons and being where I
don't think I feel bad, but I feel bad. Like,
but that also for us as women, like the level of expectation. Like, don't lower your level of expectation.
They don't got no.
Expectation.
They know where to put them.
Ladies,
where they at?
I tried. Wait a minute. The women don't have expectations.
They can't. Where you gonna set it? Men ain't jumping. They ain't doing that. I'm being honest.
The shit, so you can be like, ooh, that's stepping over the line. Ooh, just like that. You ain't got to jump. You ain't got to
hold men accountable. Men ain't doing nothing.
You ain't got
I do. I feel like men are becoming soft. They ain't taking care of their family. They not leading their children. They not leading their... That's how I feel. Like, I feel like men are ego, trying to, in their emotions, arguing with each other, shooting each other, yes. and worried about measuring contests with each other. It'd be all over nothing. Like that's where men are. Men like going to jail, not holding down their job. Like, I'm being honest. Like they run off with their emotions instead of letting somebody help heal your emotions. It's okay to be loved. That's why I tell them I love you. They be looking like, that's love.
He's gay.
Who love you? You love me. What you love me?
That's how they look at it.
Because you gotta break them down because that's the part that's missing.
I was gonna say that's the part that's missing, and that's what people don't get it. Like, we all.
So it's scary because men ain't hugging their sons. Even mamas ain't hugging their sons, and then you expect him to meet a woman and hug her and take care of him and then take care of her. Like
they don't know
that's
love,
a big part of the problem.
Nurturing.
So I do say men are not leading their households because I promise you, I go out there on visiting day, it be some cute women sitting in the line. I'm like, it be a whole bunch of them. I said, oh, this where y'all at?
This where y'all at?
All of them sitting in there, bringing the kids, bringing the babies, sitting there, and I'm just like,
yeah, I seen a woman say that she said, men outside, y'all losing because these prison dudes got 1,000,000 women on their live, and I'm like, I ain't losing.
Listen,
I know they be jumping.
You ever see one?
I know they be jumping them little lives.
You ever see one?
Listen.
Wait a minute.
Did JPay?
What?
Put your JPay up there.
Wait.
Listen, it's going down in the prison system.
Wait.
A dude was saying he was making women pay $1,500 to come be with him in prison.
Listen, they was going live and these women was showing him.
Prison?
All these women was on this live. Show him where he at. We're the one with the blah. That thing had over 1 million something people looking at these dudes in jail.
Yep.
In jail, yes.
That's what we've resorted to.
What's your address? I'm gonna write you. They was sitting there putting their address
on there.
I'm telling you,
that's real.
It was millions of women in there. Write me. What's your address?
But I thought it was strange because I said these are the same women that just a few months ago wasn't going to the Cheesecake Factory. Now you fool with my man in the prison. You definitely ain't going to the Cheesecake Factory.
I be confused. That's why. So when I get to this point where I be like, oh no, they like dudes like Puff. They like this will blow over. Oh, it'll blow over.
Oh yeah,
they like them. They like.
It's already starting to blow over.
It really is.
It's already starting to blow over.
It really is. It really is.
He said his little apology. We see that the apology was bullshit.
But I don't think that's why it's blown over. I think it's blown over because the conversations don't continue to be had.
Yeah.
Right.
Like we don't want to carry the burden of continuing to have the conversations. Because we just don't.
And you know what? A lot of the people that you think will speak up ain't going to because they the same type of person.
Nobody speaking up.
Yeah.
Or they don't know what to say.
Or they going.
Or they've condoned it. Like they
were there.
Again, let me tell you something. Do not choose a side. Stay neutral.
Yeah, I like to stay neutral.
Do not choose a side because choosing a side Yeah, it's some people who were there again,
Yeah.
and now you got to question yourself.
Mhm.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about the young man, locally lost his life. Where's everybody at? It was rah, rah, rah a couple
Oh,
weeks
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Did it blow over?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going now.
And then also understanding that everything's not our responsibility. Like, I'm in the domestic violence sector, so I'm not stepping into gun violence.
Yes.
Right.
Where's the gun violence people?
Yes.
Right.
I'm not stepping into the
Yes.
physical
Yes.
fitness piece
Yes.
because I'm not stepping into what you do, serving your lane. So people step up appropriately and stop trying to dibble. Somebody could say, Tiff, well, why aren't you saying nothing? Because I'm not there's all this violence in the
I say
city.
stuff
I'm
about
not the gun violence.
I say stuff
Right.
about
You know
it.
what I mean? And
Right.
understanding,
You ain't gonna
like,
wanna hear it 'cause
yeah, that's what I mean. And then that's not your responsibility. You're in here with the men in the prison doing what you're doing. That's your responsibility. Don't try to call people.
You're going to
you know
talk
what
to
I
them
mean?
eventually anyway.
Don't try to call people
You gonna
or
talk to
bring
them
them
eventually.
or bring them into gun violence in the community. Well, Tiffany, come sit on our panel. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
That's not my thing. That's your thing. That's not my thing.
Right.
Right.
If you want to talk about gun violence and domestic violence, I will come at my piece. And in understanding, again, don't get upset with me because I don't come.
Yeah.
But I am going to ask where are you at? Because
Yeah.
there's a lot
I
of
like
gun violence going on.
I mean, not like that.
Yeah.
But I used to love gun violence.
Well, they
like
need
it
to
like
call you
that.
to the panel.
So,
So,
I mean,
no, they don't.
They don't want me there.
No, they
wanna-
don't.
They want to have who they know
Who
what it
draws
is.
people,
Yeah,
who makes them feel good.
The safe- the safe
The safe people. Yeah,
so
we're not playing it
it's,
safe.
because it's a lot of, especially with Harrisburg, it's so small. Like I even know the mothers and of some of these children. Like I
right.
know so much stuff, and I just watch the moms be online, post it and be up their picture, and everybody under their picture, and all they sons is menaces, and the same sons we talking about, they kids, and they just be on there. Girl, did you? I see them all the time. I know a bunch of moms whose kids is terrorizing Harrisburg, and they be on there, beep, 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 beep. And then I say, y'all be around them. Y'all go to their house. Y'all know their kids is bad. Y'all know these are the kids. And then y'all sit and it's cool until it's your son. Until it's your daughter being killed. Then you want people to speak up. But are you speaking up in the quiet moments?
Right.
Y'all not saying nothing in the quiet moments. Y'all
right.
over the house. Y'all watching them sit on the porch 20 deep with bandanas. Like y'all ain't calling somebody to say, hey, I got all these kids over here. Can somebody come? Boom, boom, boom. Like that's what it's going to take. But everybody, like right now, when nothing's happening, is when we need to be doing
That's
something.
What it's going
you can't wait to be
right.
like, oh, because I promise you, can it be fixed? Yes.
Yes.
It can be fixed. Why? Because we know the blocks. We know where to narrow down. We know where we go. But who's all equipped to come? I told a man today, I said, you know what? We got to start a gang. He's like, I said, we got to start a gang. We got to start a gang of black men, dads, fathers, and we're going to have to go to them in the same capacity that they out there standing.
Right.
It can't just be me going.
You gotta
and
go
me folding
50
up and
deep.
we got to come 50 deep.
You got to go 50
We
deep.
ain't police officers. We ain't pastors.
Yeah, you're right.
We ain't preachers from no church. We coming from people that
we
was in
you.
the streets.
We you. Yeah,
Here
we
we
you.
come. We that deep. We ain't wearing no come, Jesus. No, we not coming with all that.
And we can get you
coming
with
in-
this, or we
listen,
can get you with this.
listen,
Either way.
That's why.
It's either way.
So,
That's how it's gonna have to be. I'm trying to tell you. I told somebody that.
That's
today.
real, though.
We gonna have to
but
start
That's
again.
listen,
100%.
but respectable men.
No.
What I'm saying to you, what I'm saying to you is respectable men.
Yes. And that's what I said.
The ones who
That they
aren't
can
talking out both sides of their
Yes.
mouth.
I said that they can look at and they can emulate and see that it's
Yep.
real. See, that's
Yep.
the difference. If I see you come
Yes.
talking and I look at you and
Yep.
I listen, they like pit bulls.
Yeah.
That's why I say
They know.
you can't fool kids. Kids will be looking at you like. Kids will know. Kids will know.
Right.
Like so, even them young people. But I feel like that's the approach. It can't be the cops. We can't just have the can jumping out because see, I know for sure. For me, that when I was in it, that'd have been a thrill. We just gotta outshake them because now it makes you feel an extra notch. Now the cops is jumping out on us. We gotta do that. Like that's just how we would have been thinking.
Right.
And that's why I said that's how they think. It's not going to scare them. That intensifies who you are. That's all like that becomes a part of the game. Getting ran down on cops is a part of the game. But when we was on the block, we had church people rolling up on us.
Right.
But I promise you, they used to come up and stand there. Do you know? I blow weed smoke in their face. Like I used to be like, man, get out of here talking. Like I know people that reminded me like, yo, you used to be real disrespect. Like I didn't believe in God, so you come in standing in front of me talking about the Lord and talking about like, yo, you ain't know our life. Like, yo, get out of here. I told people like they'd come stand there, and there'd be some that'd be bold enough to. They is brave. They'd come up there and stand and be like, yo, like I remember Apostle Melvin. He at that time, Apostle Melvin, because he's younger than me. I think he had to been like 16, 17. He was with all these old guys and he approached us on the corner talking about the Lord and Jesus. I'll never forget it. But he's been doing that for that long. But I remember that approach. Like I listened to him because he was a young kid. I just was intrigued by his his love and his wisdom at that time. But like, yo, nobody wanted to hear that. Like that's not going to move like with the when people hear about church and hear what's going on, that's not going to make them feel like, oh, this is the life that I need to come out and live that life.
Yeah, I want to know how. I want to know how. And we're talking about our hometown, Harrisburg. So you know, always because there's a lot going on here right now. A lot mass shootings and there's a lot going on here right now.
Surprisingly for Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Harrisburg, the 8-mile radius.
Yeah,
but
really, that's it.
Yeah, the capital city of Pennsylvania. Really, we're going through all this. But yeah, and I agree. I'm worried about how do my mom's on crack, my mom's on drugs, my mom's working 2 jobs, and you're telling me what right now? I'm out here because I gotta feed my kid.
But
my brothers and sisters. So I mean, we get it. We get it.
Even with that. You had. I'm sorry.
No.
But even with that, you go out there and you stand there and you talk to them from that perspective. Yeah, that's gonna make a big.
But then what's the follow through? Yeah. That's the other issue. That's
where we going to send
because where are we going to? What's the resources? That's the other problem.
Also, I don't think it's all of them. I think it may be a few. You can run up on a whole group. I've seen these young boys together. You could tell. A lot of them ain't really with the shit.
Yeah, it's the one.
It's 2 of them. It's one that leads the whole group. They just like, this is my homie, and I ain't really got nobody else to kick it with. And you can tell, you like, bruh, gonna tell immediately.
Right.
And you just gotta reach that one that's in there that wants to hear it.
Like we have our compatibility. Our compatibility is growing. We can go through so many positive strengths of why we all compatible.
Right.
They're compatible through their brokenness.
Right. Right.
So how do we show them you don't have to be broken?
Yes. Everybody that we hang with, we're alike. We become adults. We still hang with people that talk like we're alike. So they're hanging with who they feel like. Sean, that's my brother more than my dad is. Like I be hearing them in there, they be like, yo, I ride for my homies. Like they be in there talking with that intensity, like, yo, that's my man, my man. When they get out, I don't care if they give me nothing when I get out. That's my man. But it's the
love.
That's
the love.
Yes.
It's love.
And they be
love is real. Yeah.
Like, that's the only love they know. So it's like your love is so deep. I die, I kill, and we know that love because we would do the same thing for our loved ones. But it's never to the extent that like you just gonna go wild out and do some dumb shit, and that's like. And if the loved ones wouldn't let you do that in the first place, I want you to make sure I'm cool, but don't like if something happened to your lady or your kids, they be like, Dad, don't go to jail. Like I'm all right, I'm alive. Like I know you about to go crazy, but don't leave me. Yeah, you know what I mean. Whereas their folks is like, if you got to die or go to jail, that's just what you got to do. And it's like. Nah, brother, you don't have to die or go to jail.
So what resources do we have? We have some.
We have some.
We have some.
We have you know, we have some resources. We have resources. It's I feel it is needing help to bring them to just drop them. You have Mother's Day. You have to follow through. You have to follow through. You have to at least get them in the program and start somewhere. You know, that's why like when I look at out in our program, there's never, well, I ain't gonna say that. There's some that come in on their own, but you know we have to grab them from delinquency programs and work release and halfway house and these things like that.
So Bro to Go does allow people to come in, just not referral.
Not referral.
So I'm going to put a shameless plug in here because I think in July sometime you and I will be presenting together for Bro to Go.
Yes.
Hey.
So we're going to invite. Yeah.
And as I said, we just
look out because we're going to be presenting together for Bro to Go in July. I'm just letting y'all know that.
So we just got to see if it's on the follow through.
Yeah. So we're going to encourage y'all to come out.
It's on the follow through because I said it and I'll say it again. I'll say it and you know
I didn't know if it was confirmed with you or not. Okay.
I said it before. That's what I was telling you about earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. I said to you, there's going to be a lot of grieving.
Oh,
said
yeah.
that. I said,
Yeah.
I said, I felt it in my. I said, I've been like me. I go out in the city. I'll ride my bike through the streets. I ride. I'm a temperature person. I am a man of. You can feel.
You can feel
energy.
it.
Yeah.
You can feel the energy. You can feel the shift. You can feel. So I have told a couple moms.
In which way? In which
a negative way.
Okay.
I told people be prepared to grieve. We're going to know people. We're going to know mothers that's going to be going through. That's going to need consoling. There's going to be children that die that we know. There's going to be innocent bystanders, that we know, and we have to be prepared. And this is the energy. This is what I feel, and I hold it to be true. I haven't been let down. It's what we had.
So we're
8 shootings and
we had 3 this week.
Yeah. And then one last night. Somebody died last night.
Broad daylight.
Yeah, 15 years old last night.
A child.
He did die?
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know if he died.
was in critical
I know he was
condition
shot.
last, but
hopefully he didn't. But I know he was shot.
But even it still shouldn't have happened. It still shouldn't have happened.
Hold your be prepared. It is. I done made a wrong turn down alleyways, and I seen them they're in droves everywhere,
and why? Here we go again. The small city that we are.
Yeah.
Why are we seeing this much grief?
Right.
Yeah.
Because our leadership is lacking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The leadership is focused on the wrong stuff.
Yes.
Focus on the people.
And I feel because even with
focus on the people,
it has to be. And I'm okay, right? When you have numbers, and it doesn't take away from it being. This is my thing. Yes, God, Jesus, He can be at the forefront. But you have to speak the language that we're going to get them there. You can't bring what you feel they should know, what you feel they should be able to receive. You have to come with some type of language barrier. You have to meet them first and be able to speak to them before you get into them worried about being saved. First, we got to love them. Because it's going to be hard to get somebody that sees life so analytical with touch and tangible that you want them to believe in something they can't see that's going to change the condition of the life that they're in. Especially when you done lost friends. I remember when people was telling me about God, I'm like, wait, half of my homies is getting what God? When? But then as I started going through situations, then I will come out and I'm like, wait, hold on, I come out unscathed where this little God. Thing, and this thing no, turn left, and I'm I'm listening to my inner thing, that
God
that gut, that thing helped me through. So when you look at it, that has brought me to the point where I respect my higher power.
It has, whatever your higher power is, you gotta have something bigger than you. Because it ain't me.
Because I tell them out there, listen, they be like, well, you can be going to the bus stop and get killed. That's why I do this. I said, that's not how this works.
If you bring that upon yourself, you will.
You have to have enough faith to believe. Like me, I if I get caught with a gun, I'm done. Point blank. So when they say, well, what do you do? They be like, what do you do? I said, I trust my spider senses. They were like, what do you mean? I said, I go where I know I can go, and I be where I'm supposed to be.
Hello.
I don't
go nowhere where I feel like I need to have a gun.
I said, if it's a club and I look, listen, my gut will say,
leave out of here.
I can pull in the parking lot and be like, and I listen to it. If I don't feel safe, I look at the cars. I'm a big person. If there's hoopties and all that stuff, and I don't want to go in there, ain't nobody got no money.
Right.
I don't want to go in nowhere. Ain't nobody got no money.
Listen to what you said.
Because them niggas is watching. They seeking something too.
Listen to what you said. Judgment. Discernment.
Yes.
Discernment.
Where you are, you got too much to lose to go into that place, and everybody doesn't understand it. They go into.
They still challenge me on it. They be like, oh. You don't come here because you're scared. No, I care about my life.
It ain't never about being scared.
I have to say that. You too good to come here. You don't come over here. You ain't come have a drink here. And I don't want to be like peasant. That is beneath me.
Art thou whole ass nigga.
Listen, that is beneath me. Sorry.
Or the flip side. Because I ain't even gonna lie, because you have me.
Yeah.
And people see what it is, and it's like you still live in the city, and that used to. There used to be a time where. You do this, you're speaking here, you're doing this, and you live in the heart of the city, and we driving BMWs and caddies in the city, and that used to mess with me.
Oh, yeah?
That used to mess with me, because why am I living
And
right.
Said, I'm upgraded.
Right. Why? Right. But then I was like, I'm here for a reason right now.
But you connected though.
That's what. But still,
you connected in love. Ain't nobody fooling with you.
But still, yeah. But still, how
in a
people,
good way, I mean.
yeah. But still, how people perceive things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you are who
Yeah.
you
They
are.
say,
Like, why do you live here?
I love the city.
And that's the thing. People don't
I don't know why I just
understand
love
it.
Harrisburg.
I've been in the suburbs all my life, so I'll be chasing the suburbs.
I love it.
I'm about to go as soon as I can find me a farm.
I love it.
I love it, but I will move when the time comes. I just feel like right now there's some work to do here, and
There's
being
a lot
here,
of work to do
and being here, I see it.
Like,
being here, you get to be the example.
I can move up in
Yeah.
up in Bellevue. I love it. Like we just
it's just something
we gotta
about
get it together,
and
man.
like right now, it's just like I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm like you. I'll
Yeah.
go out to certain places. I went out last night. The energy,
yeah.
the good people that just I just want to have fun.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I want to do.
I just want. I don't want no. I don't want no drama. I just want to have fun.
It seems sad because it seems like the kids can't even go downtown. Like we would be downtown, and downtown would be like jumping.
Right.
The whole thing is crazy. Like you don't see that. No. Like these kids, like man, we gotta get the hell out of here. Because if you stay downtown too late, somebody shooting, some nonsense is gonna happen, and it's like, bro, this is not. We have our hoods, we have our ghettos. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of black folk out here. Y'all may not know nothing about Harrisburg, PA, and if you ain't from here, it's a lot of us. But we don't gotta be niggas all the time.
No.
Like it's a lot of good people out here.
Yeah.
A lot of good people. I know a lot of them. And it says like we should be way better than that, but these kids just don't give a damn.
And when we go to those spaces, look at how we upgrade them.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, she comes here.
Yeah.
Oh, he comes here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Miss Tiffany's human.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Tiffany's human.
Yeah.
And we'll bring the people to the church.
Yeah.
We'll bring the people to be saved because. Tiffany was in church today too, even though she was out last night.
Absolutely.
And stop making these young people feel because they do certain things.
That's the biggest thing.
Stop judging them because they do certain things. Because truth be told, the people in the church did it too.
All prostitutes and whores, pimps and drug dealers,
all of that.
And all
but that's what the kids. I think that's what the kids need too.
We'll bring more people to the church from the bar than the holy rollers.
That's a fact.
So
that's Janice forgot she was twerking.
They need to know that you're human,
right?
Because I think along the lines when you saying we need to go 50 deep. When you walk up to me talking about God and God's going to send you to hell for this, and you like, bro, get the hell out. Like you saying, I'm like, man, get the hell out of here, dog. It's not relatable. You just sitting, I'm already in hell, and you telling me I'm going to go to hell if I don't switch something. I don't care no more, dog. I'm already in hell. You can't stop nothing. But if you say, listen, bro, I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to be sitting with your homies and ain't nobody got shit. I know what it's like, bro. I know what it's like to be like, dang, my mom's jacked up. My home life is jacked. I know what it's like. Like you could look at folks now and be like, bro, you don't know what it's like to be hungry, you fat ass. But like, yes, I do, dog. Like it was one point in time they thought I was a crackhead out here. They was like, yeah, I was a little messed up back in my little time.
No crack.
But I wasn't no crackhead. No, I wasn't. But folks was like, I wore like big clothes. I was a big dude, and then I got small. And then,
but not the stereotype.
But then
you ain't hungry.
No. But then I still have my big clothes on, like I was homeless and starving. So anyway, but we just need to let them know.
I don't like the judgment. They be like, you don't know what it's like to be hungry because you big. No, that just means I'm big boned. What'd you say the other day?
A homeless dude did ask me for some money for some food. I said, boy, you big as me. I ain't giving you shit. And he was mad.
He should have been mad.
You should have got them kids in the house.
Kids running everything.
So you hear her pleading.
Mm-hmm. It's kids here.
She
said that 4 or 5 times.
That's what I said.
You hear her pleading.
Kids, old people, everything.
Y'all got to do better.
Them niggas did not.
Y'all got to do better.
No, and
then they were young people, which is crazy.
Yes. We have to learn as black males, especially,
that's what I said. That's
how to deal with our emotions. We don't know that is an emotional response, which led to that emotional response has led to ruining both of y'all lives.
Emotions, pride.
That was
ego.
emotional. Like
this woman,
dudes don't realize that.
Here.
And at no point do you say, if we about to get it in, dog, and they like it's kids here. You right. Let's spin around to the little alleyway to the backyard. We gonna go back there. That's what them like. But they was just like, we don't care about the kids. We don't care about you. We don't care about ourselves. We don't care about nothing.
So now you got people who lost their lives, and you got a traumatized community. You got people who can't move.
Right.
Like they're not in a position to move.
I know in my day, we'd have rolled through and seen all of them. We'd have kept going. Like that's just us. Like even because don't get me wrong, we have showed up broad daytime. Like we have, that's why I say I'm not going to act like there has been situations where, you know, that has taken place. And I get it. Like when you in that thing, but there's been times where you hear people like that and you see witnesses, people see you. That's one thing. Like there's no mask, no nothing. But we would have kept riding, man. There's too many people out here.
But that's what makes sure your perspective unique. And sometimes I really don't think that you understand the power of your perspective at this point in life. Yeah. Because you've been there. Yeah. And you know, and you're honest about it. Yeah. And you're powerful where you're at right now. Like, this is power.
Like that's why I tell people, like, this is power. To be exciting. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, that was your identity. It was when you don't have no identity and you don't, like, it took me to now to know who I am. Like this is when I didn't have one.
Ooh, Jesus.
When I didn't have one, like as a man, the past 12 years, I just now found myself. I was running around from 15 to 30 years old, not knowing who I was. And it didn't matter. No one can come. Like, and that's why I understand, because that's still like that to throw it away, like it's still there where you gotta check yourself, where you have to check your ego. Like if I didn't learn what the ego was and about myself, no one else told me. Like I love my dad, I would never take nothing from him, but no one said, "Hey, look, this is this." No one. My older brother, he was in jail, he was going like so. This was it.
You just had to learn.
You just had to
by
figure
trial
it
and
out.
error. Yeah.
But like, yo, I promise you, I get it. Like I used to love it. I used to wake up looking for the confrontation. I used to listen, who said what? It took until I ran into somebody that was tougher than me, that didn't care about life, to show me, nah, you care about life, bro. Like the whole situation, me almost being killed, showed me that I care about life and that I had way more to lose than I thought I did. So a lot of them, if they don't die, it takes some of them to hit rock bottom. It takes some of them to go through that. And then some of them, like, you know, Jizzle, may rest in peace, he got shot 4 times, and the last one was fatal. But every single time he got shot, he just intensified. It was just, it just made him more and more and more of a demon. Like, and that's just that's just how it be. Like, and you know, moms was around. We had aunts, we had people, but like it's just like there was no men. It was boys amongst moms. We had moms and aunts and no men. We were the men. We were the men. We were the men bringing mom the 6-pack. I remember I would date girl and their mom would be like, "Oh, can you get me da-da-da?" And actually, I'm becoming a man in somebody else's house just because I'm dating the daughter. Like this is how it, like, this is what you see. So you be like, at 20, you a man. You doing this, you doing that. You feel like you knew what was right, and you just be with the smoke. Like, and you just be with. When you go to prison, you're like, man, this is jail. Let me get out. This is jail now. I've been to jail. I got jail on me. You've been to jail. I've been there. And like, and you just be like, I'm out here. And like, this is what we gonna do. And now they got switches on these guns. They got. I told some ladies this morning. I said, I brought in my life. I brought 4 AKs. Right. I brought 4 AKs on the street. One AK I paid $100 for. One AK I paid an 8-ball for that I sold for $1,000. One AK I got from this fiend for a $40 rock, and then this other one, the guy gave it to me. I had 4 AKs in the street. I had 4 AKs. I was selling.
But think about how just how he explained how easy it was to get those.
I could wake up and be like, I need a gun. Like, and this is how the power of your profession and what you need. I could wake up and be like, I need a new gun. And I promise you, I'll run into somebody selling one. That's when I was like, yo, I got this thing. I ain't know nothing about affirmations, nothing about manifesting. But I knew in my heart, anything in the street that I wanted to get, I could get. Only thing I had to do was believe I was going to get it, find it, and I promise you, somebody will pop up. I know somebody selling this 45. I know somebody, and that's how easy it was. You can just think it, mention it, and somebody will pull up that didn't look like you from the mountains with a whole trunk full of guns. That's why I remember I posted something about them coming from the mountains. This lady, how you know? Because I know. I know who bring them in here. You can't tell. I know who bring them in. They used to pull up on South 13th Street and open the trunk, and they would sit there at serial numbers already scratched off and sell them to us for next to nothing. I'm telling you, just to get high. I'm telling you, trunks full. You can find a gun. So when they be like, where are they getting these guns? They bringing them here. They bringing them here. They selling them for drugs. They bringing them here. Like they're buying them, scratching them, reporting them stolen, and they bringing them to us. Like, and now these guns is newer, switches, drums, like it's crazy.
30s,
like it is crazy. But I promise you, it burns in my soul. You not gonna run me out of here. They not gonna run me out. Like they not gonna stop me. Like this is what I live for. Like everything else, this is what I live for. That's why I say, listen, I'm out here with the smoke. I'm out here. I talk what they talk. It is.
So if we would, because first week of June is next week.
Next Sunday, next Saturday, Sunday.
Talkers' Day is in June. So let's commit our conversations in June to the men.
I agree.
Let's talk. Let's have some real conversations. Mental health, wellness, the emotional. Tapping into that. Let's talk about it.
I like it. Agreed.
Close us out, Pastor BP.
Oh man, this was a good one, man. This was definitely a good episode. We'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all have anything that y'all would like to add, please put it in the comments wherever you see this at. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. It's your boy BP along with the Bishop and PosiTiff. We thank y'all. Peace. Peace to the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast.